Hello, everyone. We're going live here on Friday with our monthly predictions. And when we do this is not a political channel by any means. And so the only time we usually get political is on the predictions. And with the election that we have coming up in the US, there are predictions about the political situation. So I want to remind everybody I have a delete key. And I have used it. So what I'm going to ask you to do is if you have a legitimate question about the political situation in the US, please post that in the comments below this video. If you want to just go, yay, so-and-so, please don't, because I'm going to delete that because I know who you're yaying. And I think you all know me well enough to know that's not somebody I would vote for. And I don't want just yay this candidate or yay that candidate. If you're going to say yay, don't say yay, but tell me something, a reason that you have a question about that person or a reason that you are supporting that person. You know, we are in a very hot time in the US, and that is affecting the world. So I just wanted to say that up front. And now I want to welcome everybody and say hello. Sheila from Amsterdam. Hello, Diana and Piper. I hope you are doing well. Piper's hiding over here on the rug rather than in her bed. And Sheila says, hello, everyone. And Juliet says, good afternoon and happy Friday after this crazy, crazy week. Absolutely. And it's not going to get less crazy, believe me. Rush says, hello, Diana, Piper, and friends. Hello, everyone. And Sandra says, hello from Frankfurt. Sandra, I think it's Sandra, not Sandra, but if I'm saying anybody's name wrong, please always feel free to correct me and write it out phonetically. I can read phonetics a little bit easier sometimes than, and names are different for everyone. So good to see you. And I love that we have people coming around the world because, well, that just touches me. I love that right now Russia's our only male coming, but I love our beloved men coming when they do. And Mike, I haven't seen you for a while. Mike used to come live. So Rush, thank you for holding up the male side of our channel. I'm going to get right into the predictions, but I do want to remind you we are going to get, for the month, we're going to get a prediction or a message from Phillip, my spirit guide. And it's just an oracle book. Each page we open to has a different wisdom on it. So we'll get that. I want to also say there's nothing more important right now than breathing, catching your breath, and just allowing yourself to be in love. Every time you reach a point of fear, do your best to bring yourself back to love. Nothing is more strong than love. Rush says, oh, female. I'm sorry, Rush, for your information. I'm female. Rush, I am so sorry. The only Rush I have ever heard of was a male. So forgive me. And she gives me hearts. And so we're all females today. And I hope we do have some males coming on. So Rush, thank you for correcting me there. I appreciate that. And I apologize. All right. We're going to get right into, and LP says, I'm a male. Well, thank you, LP, for letting us know. You know, when I do workshops or speaking engagements, the majority of people are female. And I've always, and LP says, ha ha. But I'm so glad. Thank you. And thank you for speaking up. It's always good to have our beloved men. And I know the feminine energy is the more creative energy. That's the right brain. But that we need that balance in our bodies of masculine and feminine. Akila just came on and says, hello, everyone. And the left brain, of course, is the logical, the masculine brain. But again, we need the balance of both the masculine and the feminine coming together. But I don't know exactly why my audiences are more feminine than masculine. So I'm always glad to see when the men show up. Thank you. LP says the integration of masculine and feminine. Absolutely, the integration. And LP says, homeostasis of mind, body, spirit, masculine and feminine. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Okay. And Rush, forgive me. And she's giving me 3 hearts, so I think she's forgiven me. All right, here we go. These are Phillip's predictions for 2024. You're not going to like this, the beginning. So always listen to the end, because the end, Phillip gives us hope and tells us how to make it better. I'm going to need my glasses for this, aren't I? As rocky as July was, it will look calm compared to this month. I want to also say things are changing overnight, rapidly. Actually, those are getting in my way. Things are changing rapidly, minute by minute. So the energy, what we are giving you is the trajectory of the energy today. But things even changed last night, and they'll change tonight. So that trajectory is strong, but it doesn't mean things can't bend and curve and change. You know, we've seen that with the Democrats in the U.S. What has happened there is when President Biden said he's not going to run, there was momentum and there was a balance, and it was in question, would former President Trump move ahead, or was it current President Biden move ahead? And so, you know, there was that. And then suddenly the current President Biden announced he was not going to seek re-election, and he backed Vice President Harris. And last night, former President and Michelle Obama came out and said they also back her. That makes a huge difference with the Obamas coming out. Huge difference. And we've seen this surge of interest, especially from the young people, backing Harris. We've also seen some problems with Mr. Trump's pick of J.D. Vance as vice president. So it's an interesting race right now. We'll see what happens. And again, if you have a question, put it in the comments. I'm not interested in yay this guy or yay that guy or even yay this woman. We're going to see what happens. Okay. As rocky as July was, it will look calm compared to this month. Political announcements will continue to stun some, while others will say, I told you so. Political upheaval will continue and increase. I don't think that's a surprise to any of us, right? The events of this month will determine the next president of the U.S. And that doesn't surprise us either, I don't think. I don't like this next part. Israel's prime minister will not allow the war to stop, even though the world's leaders will become louder in their demand for a peace agreement. Expect another attack that harms the people of Gaza, but does not touch Hamas or Hezbollah. Putin will also strike hard against Ukraine. The Russian people grow weary, but dare to revolt. Expect foreign interference in the U.S. elections. Be wise, be discerning. Wildfires will continue and erupt in vulnerable areas in the U.S., New Zealand, and Australia and Africa. It matters not whether this is north or south of the hemisphere, although the north is more vulnerable. There are places that are vulnerable in Canada and Alaska as well. This is a time to be vigilant, especially in places of crowds. We ask all to continue to say prayers of love's light, spreading and infusing areas of vulnerability. We see no major issues with life at this time at the Olympics. Still, we suggest loving peace and light be sent because we do see disruptions. Chicago is quite vulnerable. Prayers of loving light will help. There is great turmoil around the time of the Democratic Convention. Honestly, I choked up on that Chicago is quite vulnerable. Prayers of loving light will help. I'm not sure why I choked up on that, but when I choke up and get emotional at something Phillip has said, it concerns me. So lots of loving light over Chicago. And I know Chicago came up last month, and time predictions are hard. And we did have Gilda, I think, came on and explained why I saw streams of cars coming out of Chicago. But I am still seeing from Wright-Patterson, near where I am still seeing airplanes flying over or flying toward Chicago. So I don't like that when I said Chicago's quite vulnerable, prayers of loving light will help. There's great turmoil around the time of the Democratic Convention. Let's add peace there. Let's add peace. I do think after last night's announcement from the Obamas that we will see Vice President Harris be nominated as the next presidential. So she will be the Democratic candidate, our candidate in the U.S. So it will be Biden, and we don't know yet who she's picking for vice president. And it will be that ticket against the Republicans, which is Trump and Vance. Okay, Phillip goes on to say, continue to send prayers of loving light to the places of war mentioned earlier. Add the Congo as well. This will not stop the wars as they are holding ancient fears and anger and will only be resolved when the fears of anger and hate are healed by acceptance and love. Okay, a severe storm will rise out of the Atlantic, affecting islands. Turn the page here. And coastal areas. This is caused by a wave from the north, causing an undercurrent, but will not surface until it meets the winds of the south. This is a month of unrest and unexpected changes. All who are sensitive, pay attention right now. Really pay attention, because this includes all of you. If you're hearing my voice, you are part of the sensitive population. And we know from studies that 17 to 20%, that means 80% or more, are not sensitive. So that doesn't mean they don't have any sensitivity. They're just not as sensitive to the energy as those of you are. So all who are sensitive will be aware of the erratic and changeable energies. It would be wise to allow oneself to relax and calm any internal upsets. This will be healthy for the individual, which then spreads out into the world and helps to calm the world. Remember, our emotions are what make up the emotions of the world. Our emotions are what make up what's happening in the world. Our emotions, and also ancient feuds or such, those are all part of this. So we get to help calm the world. This is a time to use these strong energies to go deeper into oneself and to make major leaps forward or prepare to do so. It is time for those who wish to make their mark in the world. To do so, each must recognize their power and the power of love that drives them. Those who are driven by non-love may also make strides. We suggest, however, you be the ones to leap forward in love, whether to move forward in work that helps others, or in your personal relationships, or in the ways that help heal your world. This is a month you will learn your own power. Use it to make your life and the world better. I'm going to read those last few paragraphs because that to me is really what it's all about. This is a time to use these strong energies to go deeper into oneself and to make major leaps forward or prepare to do so. It is time for those who wish to make their mark in the world. To do so, each must recognize their power and the power of love that drives them. Those who are driven by non-love may also make strides, but remember, they're making strides toward non-love, not toward love, but they can make strides toward love, hopefully. We suggest, however, you be the ones to leap forward in love, whether to move forward in work that helps others, or in your personal relationships, or in the ways that help heal your world. This is a month you will learn of your own power. Use it to make your life and the world better. Okay. LP says yes. Okay. Sandra says amen. I think we've said everything or read everything. I look over here because this is where the big screen is and I can see better. All right, we're going to get our message. And I'm hoping it's one of hope. Okay, I'm hearing left. And I'm also getting a strong right, but I'm hearing the stronger is left. So if you heard left, where intuition is in sync, and that's the message for everyone this month. If you heard right, pay attention. That's the message for you. But since I heard a little bit stronger on the left, but both were coming in, I would say pay attention to both. So this is page 70, and this is for all of us. Listen to the sound of silence until it speaks to you. Oh, my friends, that is so true. Listen to the sound of silence until it speaks to you. And I want to just take a moment to say, a few years back, I started doing Moments of Joy videos, and I just stopped. I ran out of time. So I'm trying to get back to those moments of joy. And so I'm going to try to do one a week. So just go to my channel and look for Moments of Joy when you need a moment to get out of the political situation or whatever's going on and enjoy the moment of joy. And I challenge each of us to look for moments of joy in our lives. And sometimes we do have to look for them. Sometimes they just click on. I also put a link in my newsletter, and that's free. Sign up for my newsletter. It comes out every Friday morning. Okay, Sheila says, thank you, Diana. Thank you, Sheila. All right, page 71. This is the right side. And this is, if you heard right, you need to hear this. You learn only that which you choose to learn. And I think, again, I understand why that came so close to the left. But the left is the message for everyone. Listen to the sound of silence until it speaks to you. And on the right, and I think this is a pretty strong message too, you learn only that which you choose to learn. Miriam says, hello, I made it again. Hello, Diana. So glad you did. So glad you did. Well, my friends, I am so grateful for each of you for coming. I'm grateful for LP, our one male on the stream today. And I hope other males will join us as well. And for every one of our females, thank you. We hold this energy, don't we? Let's hold the world in love. And I love those of you who are from other countries or from other states than Ohio to let me know where you're from. That excites me to know that we're going around the world. We aren't doing any sacred circles for July or August. I'm taking a little time off, just busy time and needed a little rest. So we will start our sacred circles up in September. I thank each and every one of you for the love that you send to us. And Piper's fine. She's over here out of the, you can't see her. She's on our little rug over here by the file cabinets. So thank each and every one of you, or files, not file cabinets. I don't have any file cabinets anymore. Anyway, you understand. But thank you for the love that you send to us. And thank you for the love that you receive for us. And most of all, thank you for the love that you're sending out into the world. You know, one of my clients who watches the video, we talked last week, and she said that she every day is sitting down and sending love and prayers and light and energy to places that need it, and then to the world. So all those places of war need it. Chicago needs it right now. Washington, D.C. needs it right now. We need it. Send it to each other. I love you. And Rush says, thank you, Diana. Thank you, Rush. I love each and every one of you. And I'm so grateful for your holding the energy here. See you on Moments of Joy. I'll try to make another Moments of Joy before next Friday. But if I don't see you before then, See you next Friday. 4. I'm not sure what question we have on the queue, but we'll find it. Thank you. And again, be kind in your comments below. Be kind. This isn't about praising one candidate over the other, but do your research and vote wisely. For those in the U.S., vote wisely. Thank you. Love to all.